Welcome to Across the Pond with me, Chris, your host. Today just going to talk a little bit about the current playoff games which have happened so far, and just to see how my predictions went regarding the AFC and the NFC. So first of all, we're going to be talking about the Bengals versus the Titans, and what a game for both defenses. In particular, the Titans edge rushing was absolutely fantastic, and the Bengals pass rushing itself, but mainly secondary, were on fire. In particular, I would like to mention how good special teams were for the Bengals. Certainly the kicker getting the win in the end for the final points. Was it 52 or 53 yard field goal? Something that the Jets desperately need is a kicker, and this is why, because in the tight games you want a solid kicker who can take you through to the next round. This just happens to be the AFC final, which is great. Big mention to AJ Brown. Made some great catches, certainly some clutch plays, as well as Bengals Jamari Chase, who I think was probably the best player on the pitch for the Bengals. In fact, probably the best player on the pitch throughout the game. To me, he was my MVP, catching balls and more so gaining yards after the catch, which was extremely important. Like I said, the Titans D was immense. Big hits left, right and centre. Jamari Chase and the wide receiver courts of the Bengals just kept managing just to hold on to the ball, whilst on the other side of things, the Titans, AJ Green played outstanding. Derrick Henry, I think he might have picked up an injury, which was a shame. He did a couple of good runs himself before not being a player that we're used to seeing. Maybe the Bengals played around that and thought, this is how we're going to potentially stop Henry from gaining those yards. But I think he was certainly carrying a injury and had the impact that I think most people were expecting him to have. Anyway, once again, it came down to special teams, in particularly the kicker for the Bengals did brilliantly, kicking 3 field goals, including the winner. And my prediction was that the Bengals were actually going to come away with a victory and to claw their way to victory over the Titans, and that's exactly what happened. Now we're just going to talk about the game between the Green Bay Packers and the 49ers. So my prediction for this at the start of the game was that Rodgers was going to Roger the 49ers, and didn't think that the 49ers would stand much chance against Green Bay, as a team, as a whole. I must say though, what a fantastic game to watch, and a lot closer than I think I possibly imagined in total. Big credit goes out to, first of all, Green Bay and also the 49ers for a great game. Garoppolo managed to lead his team down the field for the 49ers, and also a big shout out goes to the defenses on certainly the 49ers secondary, and linebackers were phenomenal today, absolutely phenomenal against the Green Bay Packers, not really allowing Deontay Adams much room from the little drop-off passes that the 49ers are so good at, to whether it's a running back to obviously Deontay Adams to get those short passes for long gains. The linebackers did a brilliant job, and the cornerbacks did a brilliant job for the 49ers of really shutting down Aaron Rodgers' game. That being said, also Green Bay's defense was brilliant. Their offensive rush on the pass was supreme, and I really thought when I started watching the game that the Green Bay Packers were just going to run away with it due to the onslaught that was happening with Garoppolo being sacked so many times, and also some of his throws that he made which were intercepted from Green Bay. That being said, there are some great interceptions also from the 49ers secondary, and special teams for the 49ers were incredible, absolutely incredible. First, charging down a field goal, which subsequently was probably one of the top plays, to then in the last minute going down, blocking a punt for a touchdown, followed by winning with the final kick of the game, and sealing the win with a kicker, once again showing how important a top kicker is for an NFL team if you are in the playoffs. Subsequently, I was running my prediction, and the 49ers will march on, and they'll be either facing the Rams or the Buccaneers, whilst the Bengals will either be facing the Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs. Now in those games, I've got I predict the Bills to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and I predict the Rams to beat Brady, but time will tell. Certainly the biggest upset of the playoffs so far is the 49ers win over Green Bay. I don't think many people expected Green Bay to lose that one, especially considering that they were at home. But what a performance from 49ers special teams, and also their secondary defense and their linebackers and cornerbacks, who played outstanding. Also, big shout out to Sanders, running back Sanders for the 49ers. When he came into the game and started getting the ball, stuff started to happen. The run game really came into its own. Green Bay really struggled against the 49ers run. They're great against the pass, but really struggled to nullify the run game, and subsequently the 49ers run game and the special teams were the winners, or came out on top against the Green Bay Packers, and came away with the victory. So yeah, this is just like I said, a short video. Next, I'm going to be reviewing the games that they played between the Bills and Kansas City, and the Rams versus the Bucks, where I'm hoping for another couple of cracking games. So once again, thank you for watching across the pond. Just remember to also like and subscribe down below. Please leave comments on who you thought was the best performer, or certainly the best team during the playoffs so far, and yeah, let me know what you think. Anyway, all the best, and go Jets.